box with focus, game in hand, and not think about the next one. Get as many wins as you can on the road. It's so important.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Caruso with the ball. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Dunn. Here's Randall. Goes back up. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Oklahoma City moving it around. Williams for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Randall outside. And Leonard has it in the corner. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
Oh, and what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Giddey. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Shakes him. He takes it up and lays it in.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Now here's Caruso. From outside, off the mark. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. There's a screen by Williams. Just 5 on the clock. That shot off. Down low. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And stolen by Giddey. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First 2 fouls. Coming on to the floor for the Clippers. Number 31.
Up top, Giddey. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Randall. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
Here's Sexton, following the score by Oklahoma City. The overall game of Julius Randle is impressive. He's gritty. He is in there giving it. Brent is everything.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about that year where he averaged 24, 10 rebounds and 6 assists. I mean, the only other guys that did that were Will Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Russell Westbrook, Jokic, Giannis. All of those guys won MVPs. That's a heck of a list.
The shot by Williams, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Now here's Williams. Still yet to score. Holmgren up top, shoots. Bargnani grabs the board.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Picked by Randall. Latre nailed from three-point land.
For 3.
Randall's got 7.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside, George to the inside. Holmgren. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Here's Randall. He gets that one. He's got 9.
Such a light touch on that finger roll. Classic move there.
Here's Holmgren. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 7. And the second.
Clippers 17.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack. As soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Stolen. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Hartenstein in the high post. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. The Thunder with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Giddey. Takes it off the glass. Giddey's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
Wallace looking for an opening. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, three-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not, that's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
Here's Williams. Nothing on the board. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Back to Wallace. Pass to Joe. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. It's deflected. It's out of bounds. It's touched by Lively.
Substitution on the court.
1:32 left to play here in the second quarter. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Sexton. From past the arc. The Thunder pull it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Back to Hartenstein. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Hartenstein's got 6 points in the quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Clarkson. It's stolen by Hartenstein. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
36 seconds left to play in the first half. On the wing, Wallace. Scoreless thus far. Clock at 6. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
You can see Randall just seeing some open court in front of him, accelerating and making something happen in transition.
Back to Wallace. Pass to Williams. Over Randall. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Clarkson taking his time here. Pass to Bargnani. Releases. Rebound by Williams. Under trailing by 15. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Such a smooth and easy release on the shot from Holmgren. Incredible 7-foot skill.
He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
And Sexton slams it in.
Sexton more and more in control and trying to deal with the aggressive defense so far in this game.
Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Outside, Dort. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Dort got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this is how confident Dort is, knows how effective he is off the catch.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Clarkson. They set the pick. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And here is Los Angeles now. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Randall outside for 3. Lively with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yep, Leonard can do this. He can just take over a game offensively.
Pass to Caruso. And stolen by Dunn. Outside Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Williams.
Just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
We know, Brent, throughout his career, Kawhi Leonard has always been sensational on both ends of the floor.
It's a great point, Kevin, and it's sort of making me think about history. You know how history can sometimes be boring, but it's something you should study. Kawhi Leonard is that kind of player. Young guys should be studying what Kawhi represents in terms of his two-way prowess, dominating on the offensive end, and just a menace on defense. So, kids, history is important. Study Kawhi Leonard.
Clippers leading by 20. Here's Giddey with nobody on him. He parries the jumper. Giddey's got 8 points.
Now, Giddey's shot continues to look like it's taking its strides.
Over in the corner, Caruso. To stop the run. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. 7 points in the game.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And it's Williams finishing it off.
What a jam by Williams, just springing off the floor and throwing it down.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Giddey. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 14-point game. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He has yet to score, and there it is for him.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And so it's Los Angeles enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got a big...
The Clippers, 45.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Thunder trailing by 12. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's not going to go. And here is Los Angeles now. 22 is their biggest lead. Wasted no time on that one. Bogdanovich has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers. Here's Holmgren. Back to Caruso. Dort wide open. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Giddey goes in. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Bargnani. Great look, but off the mark.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Clarkson outside. Here's Giddey. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And he lays it straight in.
I like this for Giddey, making intelligent calls for help to get himself open.
Thunder trailing by 14. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Wiggins. And that one's on target from the wing.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. His three-pointers off the mark. Back to Wiggins. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Going inside. Nice defense from Giddey.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, and putting on a bit of a show here.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Back to Bargnani. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. To the middle. Here's Williams, and it's denied. Leonard on the wing. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Yeah, get your popcorn out. We've seen this movie before. Kawhi not letting up now on the offensive end.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. A wide open look here for Caruso. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Shooting for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. At the line for
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he may not play in every game, but when it matters, Kawhi Leonard, he's about as good as it gets.
Thunder trailing by 12.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Los Angeles.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. And they continually put pressure on the defense.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Pass to Lively. And the rejection by Holmgren.
An outstanding shot blocker. It's not just about Holmgren's length. It's about his positioning as well.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Lively. Right side, Sexton. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just complete.
Yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't you be lightly. On my gossip, Zeus on my team. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS coin, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all this. Be lit. Young body nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. I'm the young black king on the come up, they come up. And when I drop my the charts gon' go up, go up. If the label let me drop, I swear the industry some ops. And when I get that label money, I'm getting it for you, not as a cop. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS coin, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all. Be lit. Young body nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. Okay, mama, I'ma do the dishes. I'm praying on my knees. I have some wishes that know the name, that got the fame. And even with no else, I'm cruising in my lane. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS coin, that's it that make the